There goes the siren for the start of the game. The bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. There it goes, up in the air they go. It's Richmond getting a big knockout from the pack in the centre of the ground. They try to come through with it, but Melbourne won't be denied. Here's a chance for Richmond to get the ball out of the pack, but they fall, slip, slide. Melbourne go forward. There's Rioli going in there for Richmond. He can't pick the ball up. Now he hand passes it out. Another chance for Richmond to clear. Richmond kicking, Melbourne rather kicking towards the scoreboard end. Waiting for a free kick here, or is it out of bounds? No, it's out of bounds. There's the throw-in. Mark Lee goes up in the air, knocks it down to the ground. A chance for Melbourne to get out of trouble here. They can't pick the ball up. It's picked up. No, it's near the boundary line, and over she goes again. Free kick to Richmond. There's a left foot pass right into the centre of the ground. A chance for them to get further down the ground now, and Richmond go forward right up into the air, and a good lead, and another nice hand pass out into the open. A chance for Richmond once more, and a shot at goal. It's a long kick right down, but it's off target and will go through for one behind. Opening score of the game, one behind to Richmond. Here's the kick in from the Melbourne fullback. Goes down the ground, a missed mark there. A chance for Richmond to come out of it. A hand pass out into the open. Rioli picks it up. He's ridden into the ground, grabbed by the leg, and the umpire rules a free kick to Richmond. Here's the kick. It's a left footer going, looking for the lead, but the Melbourne player is in front, but he can't mark the ball. It's on the ground. No one can pick it up. Finally, it comes out of the pack. A kick towards the goal. And chasing after it there was Stephen Eck, but he couldn't pick it up before it went over the line and out of bounds, to be thrown in right beside the behind post. There's the throw-in. Up they go in the air. It's Melbourne getting the knockout, but the umpire's ruled a free kick to Richmond right in front of goal. Let's try to pick this player up. He's explaining to Peter Moore of Melbourne what that free kick was all about. And the free kick goes Richmond's way, right in front of goal. Not very far out either. There's the kick. He stabbed at that one, but I think he's put it through. No, it's only 1 point. 1 point to Richmond. So they go to two behinds now. Melbourne yet to score. Stephen Smith is going to kick out for Melbourne. He's changed his mind. He goes for the short pass. Not a good one. Yes, Peter Moore comes in there and takes the mark. Moore receiving some hoots from the crowd. I don't know why. Immediately hand passed across to Jarrett. Jarrett gets it further afield, and now the kick goes up onto the half-forward flank for Melbourne. Nearly a mark. Not taken. It's on the ground. Picked up by Melbourne. A hand pass over the top. Oh, they ran into trouble there. The umpire blowing the whistle. What's he going to do? He's going to play a free kick to Richmond. And you can hear the hoots of the crowd as Richmond take this free kick. There's the kick, a left footer into the centre of the ground, but an easy mark to Melbourne. Taken there by Peter Moore. He kicks the ball right up into the air. Up they go high, and a mark to Richmond in front of the pack. There's the kick right now. Oh, kicked into the man coming past. A chance for Melbourne to get the ball clear. Here they go after it, but they can't pick it up. Now they do. And the umpire's ruled a free kick to Melbourne from knock behind play. There's the kick right up to the full forward position. Cordner comes out. Nobody can mark it. Picked up for Richmond. Again, no one can get clear. Now they're running across the face of goal and drive it down towards the members' stand, half forward or half back flank for Richmond. Punched away by Melbourne. A kick off the ground by a Richmond player there. Sees it go into the open. A hand pass out into the open. Here's a chance for them. And a shot at goal has missed, I think, and gone through for 1 point. Point to Melbourne. That's their opening score, one behind. Richmond are two behinds. There's the kick in from the Richmond fullback. Looking for a lead down here and finding his man too nicely in Mark Lee. Mark Lee immediately drives it across towards the centre half-back position, and the mark has been taken by Richmond. They immediately go forward. Up in the air they fly. No one can mark it. It's on the ground. Chance for Melbourne to clear. A hand pass out into the open. There's another hand pass coming away of the Melbourne player, but he's grabbed and collared. Drops the ball. Play on, said the umpire. Knocked on. Here's a chance. No! Oh, you saw that one. And the umpire is playing the free kick to Melbourne. It's going to Brian Wilson. He copped a beauty. Brian Wilson with the ball. Out on the half-forward flank. On the outer side of the ground. Kicks in towards the full-forward position. I think this is called. They come out and mark the ball. It's a mark to Melbourne. And this will be a definite shot for goal. Before he kicks it, Richmond are 2 points, Melbourne 1 point. Here's the kick. It's a good-looking kick, and I think he's put it through. Yes, it's a goal to Melbourne. And the crowd come alive here at the MCG. A goal to Melbourne. That takes the score to 1-1 Melbourne. Richmond 2 behinds. Here's the bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. Peter Moore setting himself there, goes up for it. Has it knocked away by Mark Lee. It's on the ground again, players fighting for possession. The umpire's going to bounce this, I think. Yes, he will. Bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. It didn't get very far out from the centre. There it goes, up in the air. Moore going after it with Lee. Richmond grab it. It's kicked out of the pack up towards the Richmond forward line. No one can mark the ball. It's on the ground. A chance for Melbourne to clear here, and they will do so through the agency of Stephen Eck. Pardon me. It goes across the face of goal, looking here for Robbie Flower. And Flower has taken a very clever mark. Flower goes forward with the left foot. Right into the centre of the ground. Up they go in the air. No one can mark the ball. It's on the ground again. Kicked out of the pack. A chance here for Melbourne to come through with Wilson. And the umpire has played Wilson a free kick. Wilson immediately plays on. Dodges around the man on the mark, and he's going short. Looking for Cordner and finding him. No, it's Kelly O'Donnell. Sorry. Kelly O'Donnell with the ball. Led out well. Took the pass. Melbourne in command at the moment as Kelly O'Donnell kicks from about 50 metres out from goal. It's a long kick going right through. No, what does the umpire say? 1 point. 1 point to Kelly O'Donnell. So Melbourne go on to 1 goal, 2 behinds, 8 points. Richmond are 2 points. Here's the kick in from the Richmond fullback. He's going wide to the flank. There's a player on his own here. He marks the ball and goes forward for Richmond again. They've got the loose man created nicely here, Richmond. And a left foot kick sends it up towards the half-forward flank. No one can mark the ball. Oh, nearly a mark. He's going to pay it. Now he's playing a free kick to Melbourne. There's the kick coming down the outer grandstand wing. Up they go in the air. No one marked the ball. It's on the ground. Players over the top of it. A chance here for Melbourne to get out of trouble as Flower hand passes nicely across. And another nice lead coming down for Melbourne. And the ball has been marked at the centre half forward position. A long shot for goal. This looks good. What is it? The goal umpire coming out to confer with the field umpire. We still don't know the result of that kick. The umpire says all clear, and it's a goal. A goal to Melbourne. And I reckon that was Greg Healy who kicked that goal. So Melbourne go to 2 goals, 2 behinds now, a total of 14 points, leading Richmond 2 points. Back in the centre of the ground. Peter Moore setting himself there. Hands on hips. There's the bounce. Up goes Moore, but he's way out of it this time. A push in the back to Richmond wasn't. Yes, it's paid. and Richmond take the free kick right in the centre of the ground. There's the kick going up towards the half-forward flank. No one can mark the ball. Melbourne will clear it away here nicely as they come down the out of the grandstand flank. It's going near the boundary line. It'll go over and will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Here's the throw-in. Up she goes. Up goes Moore from behind, but Mark Lee grabbed it in front of the pack. No one can pick the ball up. A chance for Richmond to get it out here as Rioli comes in on top of it, but still they're fumbling and flipping and sliding. The ball comes finally out into the open. A chance for Richmond as Anea gets it. Kicks it right up towards the forward line, and a good mark has been taken for Richmond in front. Let's pick up who this is. Looks like Michael Pickering. Here's the shot at goal for Richmond from out on the half-forward flank, grandstand side of the ground. It's a good-looking kick. I think it might have swerved away at the last moment. It has, and gone through for 1 point. So another behind on the board to Richmond. Takes them to 3 behind straight. And Melbourne are 2 goals 2. There's the kick in. Up they go in the air. A bit of foot pushing and shoving going on. There it goes out wide to the flank, looking for a lead and getting it too. And Melbourne go forward with a hand pass. Here's a chance for the Demons to put the ball into attack. They go forward with another short pass. It's near the boundary line and over she goes and will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. That was Regolo going for the ball for Melbourne there. Right down below us here on the grandstand wing, the ball will be thrown in. Up it goes in the air. Up goes Moore, knocks it to the ground. It's punched further afield, a chance for Richmond to clear. No, they can't do so. The ball is under. No, there's a free kick being paid to Richmond here. Against Melbourne for a push in the back. Here's the chance. A hand pass comes out to the open. The left foot kick drives it right up towards the flank. Up they go. No one can mark the ball. It's on the ground. And around the neck to Melbourne will be paid. Xavier Tanner with the ball. Kicks it towards the boundary line and it goes over, bouncing over. So will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. There's the throw in. Up it goes in the air. No one actually got a tap down there. A chance for Melbourne to come out of it. Peter Moore tries to grab it. He was grabbed round the shoulder and will get the free kick. And Moore of Melbourne has the free kick on the half-forward flank on the grandstand side of the ground. There's his kick, looking for the full forward. Up they go, and a big mark. No, he didn't hold it, Melbourne, that time. It's on the ground. Richmond will... No, they won't clear as it's picked up and driven right into the full forward position by Melbourne. Oh, there you go, Richmond now, clearing the ball along the outer ground wing. A race to the ball here sees Melbourne in front. He was grabbed but not in possession. The umpire allowed play to go on. He's still waving play on. And a short pass comes across into the centre of the ground and will be accepted by Giles. He immediately plays on, driving it right up towards the forward division, and the mark has been taken by Brian Wilson. Wilson of Melbourne, well within scoring range. Kicks, and it's just... Oh, it's gone through. Yes, it's a goal. I didn't know whether it was going to swing back or not. They all waited for it to swing around. And the ball went through for a goal. So that's another goal on the board to Melbourne. Takes them to 3-2 as against Richmond's 3 behinds. Ball back in the centre of the ground. Peter Moore still on the ball for Melbourne. There's the bounce. Up they go in the air. Mark Lee gets up high, grabs the ball, hand passes across to Rioli. He left foots it right up onto the half-forward flank for Richmond on the grandstand side of the ground. Melbourne come through nicely there and punch it away across the line. And it goes out of bounds. That was Alan Jarrett who did that. There's the throw in. Up they go. Moore taps it down. It's dangerously close to the boundary line again. Picked up by Jarrett. A hand pass out into the open. Melbourne kicking high into the air. Up they go, and a good mark has been taken for Richmond here. This is Philip Walsh. Walsh of Richmond. Left foot's up towards the full forward posse afterwards. Up they go, punched away by the Melbourne defenders. In they come, they can't get clear with the ball. Rioli's in there trying to get it out. Oh, he was knocked to the ground heavily too. And I know, what's the umpire going to do? I think he's going to play a free kick to Melbourne. Yes, it's Melbourne's free kick, and a hand pass comes out into the open with Melbourne streaming away, getting the ball out of the danger zone. Up they go, but it's all Richmond over there, and the mark has been taken for them. A left foot kick into the centre of the ground, a chance for Richmond to go forward again. There's the kick right up towards the full forward position. Out they come. No one marks it. It's on the ground. Picked up by Melbourne. A hand pass out into the open. And they'll clear the ball away. Rioli after it there, but he's too slow, and it's picked up by his Melbourne opponent. He grabs it and kicks it down the wing position on the grandstand side. Up they go. No one marks the ball. Pushed forward by a Richmond player there. Picked up all around the neck, I'd say, to Melbourne. And this will be early. Early of Melbourne kicks the ball up, right up towards the half-forward flank. Up there, good mark taken there for Melbourne by Giles. Peter Giles goes back to take his kick. I'd say he's within kicking distance too. He kicks the ball, it's a good one, and swinging in the no, swinging away at the last moment. Tapped to the ground by a Melbourne player there, it's near the boundary line. They get it out into the open, but Richmond will clear it away here with a hand pass coming across and dropping the ball. Now the umpire calls play on as Richmond clear the ball across towards centre half back. No one can pick it up at the moment. Moore comes charging through, picks it up, he's holding the ball, and the free kick goes Richmond's way to Maurice Rioli. Rioli immediately plays on, gets it down the ground toward Palm. Palm sends it up towards the half-forward flank, and a mark will be taken by Melbourne here. No, yes, he must pay that one. There's the kick across towards the outer side of the ground now on the wing. Melbourne coming into attack with a hand pass, comes up towards the the bounce of the ball beat everybody there, and it allows the Richmond defence to come in and clear the ball away with a short pass down the wing, but they won't get away with it as Melbourne grab the ball now, turning nicely and kicking with the right foot back towards the half-forward flank. No one marks the ball, it's on the ground. They're coming in after it, players fall on top of the ball, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. Pardon me, a bounce decision on Melbourne's half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground, with Melbourne leading 3-2 to Richmond's 3 behinds. There's the knockaway. It comes Richmond's way. They clear the ball away right up to their half-forward line. A big kick it goes. Oh, in the back to Richmond. Wasn't paid there. A chance for Melbourne to clear it away. A hand pass comes out into the open. Another hand pass coming back. Back again to Jarrett, and Jarrett comes down the wing with a nice long kick. Up they go in the air. No one marks it. It hits the turf. Rioli came in there, couldn't mark the ball. Nearly holding the ball against Melbourne, but Stephen Smith picks it up for Melbourne, drives it up towards the half-forward flank. 2 Melbourne players spoil each other. Here's a chance for Melbourne again as they pick the ball up through the agency of David Williams. He kicks it with the left foot up towards full forward, but Richmond will clear the ball away with a long hand pass. It goes astray. It's punched back by the Melbourne players, but they get out of trouble, Richmond. Another hand pass coming. Oh, a bad one, but still they got out of it. And the umpire has pulled play up and given a free kick to Richmond, just up from the centre wing position. Richmond on their half-back flank. There's the kick. It goes towards centre half-forward. Oh, an easy mark. No, it was touched in the transit apparently, so the mark wasn't paid. Pardon me, and there's a free kick to Richmond. To Melbourne. Hand pass coming across straight away to Smith. Smith kicks it right up towards the half-forward to centre wing position. No one marks the ball. The umpires, what's he going to pay here? He's paying the mark to Melbourne, apparently. There's the kick, a short one. Looking for the forwards. Nearly marked it there. Was Giles. He couldn't get hold of it. And a nice kick out of the pack. Drives it up towards the goal front. And a kick at goal has gone through. Another goal to Melbourne. Well, Melbourne starting off this game full of running. They go to 3 goals, 2 behinds, 20 points. Leading Richmond 3 points only. Melbourne have started off with a rush. Here's the bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. Just waiting for it now. Umpire taking plenty of time, bounces it down. Peter Moore goes in. Mark Lee comes in with him. A knock out of the pack. No one can get it out. Finally, Richmond do so with a long kick up towards their full forward position. Smith comes out, can't put the ball. Here's Flower after it, but it's gone over the line and out of bounds beside the behind post. Here's the throw in. High into the air, up goes Moore from behind. Grabbed in the front of the pack by Richmond. A flying snapshot at goal has gone through there. Let's see who that was. I think it was Peter Francis. A flying snapshot over the shoulder, and that's Richmond's first goal on the board. They go to 1-3, trailing Melbourne 4-2. Back to the centre of the ground comes the ball. Umpire ready to bounce. Sends it high into the air. Up they go. Peter Moore got the knockdown again. Rioli going in after it, but he's beaten for possession. A chance for Richmond to get out of the pack here with the ball. The left foot kick sends it right up towards full forward. Nearly a mark to Richmond. He's paying interference. And the free kick will go Richmond's way. Looks like Pickering again. He's dead in front of goal, about 40 to 50 metres out. Kicks the ball, a long kick going right up towards the goal front. What does the goal umpire say? 1 point. 1 point only on the board to Richmond. And that takes them to 1-4, trailing Melbourne 4-2. Here's the fullback kicking the ball right out. Here's a run to the ball by Melbourne. Melbourne dodging and weaving around the player on the mark. Here's a chance for Melbourne to go forward. Up it goes into the air. Melbourne are playing from behind. No good. A chance for them this time as it's picked up by Giles. Giles is still chasing after the ball. He's pushed in the back. What does the umpire say? Yes, a free kick to Melbourne. There's the kick going right up high towards full forward. Up they go. The ball is punched away by the Richmond defence. A chance for them to get out of trouble again as they go racing after it. Here's a left foot kick down the ground right up over the centre line to centre half forward. No one can mark the ball. Here's a run of the ball by Richmond as Jess grabs it, kicks it, goal. It's bouncing through towards the goals. It's kicked in. It's a goal. Yes. A goal to Richmond. That's their second on the board. 2-4 with Melbourne 4-2. We'll wait for the umpire to come in and bounce the ball again. Here it is. Down she goes and up she goes, and Mark Lee goes up high and tries to knock the ball to the ground. A kick off the ground by a Richmond player, sent it up to centre half forward. Pardon me, but it's been marked by Melbourne. Melbourne immediately go wide to the flank, looking for Moore and finding him. Moore getting the hoots of the crowd for some reason or other. Hand passes, short passes to a player. Here's another hand pass coming across, and Melbourne go into attack with a short pass up towards the forward pocket. It'll beat them over the line, and no, it doesn't. Melbourne keep it in play. Players fall on top of the ball, and the umpire will come in and bounce again. Here's the bounce of the ball in the half-forward flank, between half-forward flank and forward pocket for Melbourne is knocked out of the pack. A chance for Richmond to clear the ball down the ground. They do so with a hand pass coming across here. Oh, he nearly got into trouble with the hand passes back, and Richmond clear the ball away right down the wing on the outer side of the ground, but he was knocked to the ground after he kicked it. The umpire coming in to speak to a couple of players. Meanwhile, play goes on. And what's the umpire going to do here? He's taken the mark off Melbourne and given it to Richmond. Much to the annoyance of the Melbourne supporters here at the cricket ground. The crowd has built up in the last 10 minutes. There's quite a reasonable crowd here. It's always hard to assess at Melbourne because there's so many wide open spaces here and big stands, and you can never tell exactly how many are in attendance. There's the kick by Richmond, right up to full forward. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. A chance off the hands of the packet goes, though, and through for one behind. So it's another behind to Richmond. They go to 2-5 now. Melbourne are 4-5, or 4-2. There's the kick. That's been marked by Richmond right out on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Immediately going in short. Oh, just slipped over at the last moment. Here's a chance for Melbourne to clear the ball. They do so with a left foot kick, sending it back to where it came from, out to the outer ground wing. A run to the ball here by Richmond. He's got the ball, kicks it with the left foot across towards the centre of the ground. It's been marked. Richmond go forward again, right up towards the half-forward line. No one can mark the ball. Lee's in there battling hard. He gets the ball out towards Rioli, but he can't pick it up. Here's a chance for Richmond again as they fall on the ball. Another chance for Rioli as he grabs the ball, kicks for goal, and he's put it through. It's a goal to Richmond. A goal to Richmond, and they're ecstatic there on their forward line. Richmond go to 3 goals, 5 behinds, 23 points. Trailing Melbourne, 4 goals, 2 behinds, 26 points. Back to the centre of the ground comes the ball. The umpire bounces, down she goes. It's up in the air, no one can get a tap away from the ruck. It's picked up by Melbourne and driven up towards their half-forward line, but it's all Richmond down there. And they come out and take the mark. It was Philip Egan. He immediately plays on, gets it across to his teammate, driven right up towards centre half forward. Nobody marks the ball. A chance for Melbourne to get out of trouble. A hand pass right into the centre of the ground. Another chance for Melbourne as they drive up towards full forward, but there's Egan again in the way. He immediately plays on, driving the ball right back towards the centre wing position, and coming out there is just to take the mark. Jess kicks it up towards the forward division and is taken by Rioli. Rioli on the left foot, drives for the pocket, but he's put it over the line and out of bounds on the full, and it'll be a free kick to Melbourne. Melbourne take the free kick down in the back pocket, immediately drive it back towards the centre wing position. Up they go, nobody marks the ball, it's on the ground. Here's a run to the ball. A kick off the ground by Richmond, centre up, and a nice diving mark is taken by Rioli once more. Let's see what he can do this time. 15-metre penalty too, and Rioli on the left foot centres the ball towards centre half forward. Up they come, 2 Melbourne players ball each other there. A hand pass out to the open, a chance for Richmond to kick a goal, but the kick's off line and goes through for 1 point. That looked to be John Anea. Another behind to Richmond. We're 3-6 now to Melbourne's 4-2. 2 points the difference as the ball is kicked in. Up they go in the air, nobody marks it. It comes to the ground, the bounce favours Melbourne. He gets rid of the ball in time. It's coming towards the centre of the ground. Melbourne pick the ball up and he's grabbed from behind, drops the ball, and the umpire calls play on as Melbourne get out of trouble again with a hand pass across, around the neck, but Melbourne play on with it, kicking it right up towards full forward. Up they go, punched away by the Richmond defence. Here's a chance for Melbourne to come in with a left foot kick and drive towards goal. It'll be marked, nearly marked by the Melbourne player there from behind. He was dispossessed of the ball. A chance for Melbourne to get it again. They've got hold of it. And running in towards the open goal, he kicks it, but no, Richmond will get out of trouble once more. And this player, who is Jep gets the ball, has a couple of bounces, drives it out to the half-back flank. In turn, it's driven up towards the centre of the ground, and the mark has been taken for Richmond. A hand pass backwards, and Richmond go forward again, up towards full forward position. And coming out to mark that ball very nicely there for the Tigers was Trevor Poole. Poole with the ball. Out on the half-forward flank. He's a right foot kick. He drives it right in towards full forward. It's a good-looking kick. I think it... Oh, no, it's gone through for a point, I think. Yes, 1 point. So Richmond kicking badly at the moment. 3 goals, 7. They're only a point behind. There's the kicking, and up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. It's on the ground. The umpire's found a free kick, paying it to Melbourne. Immediately he plays on, gets it right back to the centre of the ground and over the centre towards centre half forward. And there's the siren to end the first quarter, with the scores showing Melbourne 3 goals, 7 behinds. Richmond rather, 3 goals, 7 behinds, 25 points. One point the difference at quarter time. Richmond 3-7, Melbourne 4-2. Richmond's kicking for goal might prove costly. There's the bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. Richmond get the knockdown. It goes out into the open, but now it's flooded by players. A hand pass comes out towards a wing position on the outer side. No one can pick the ball up. A chance for Melbourne to go forward now with a long kick. They do so. Up they go. Richmond will clear it away here as they come dashing down from the back line with a short pass. This is over the player's head. A chance for Melbourne to go back into attack, and a left foot kick sends it up towards the forward division. On the grandstand side, in they go. Going after the ball nicely there for Melbourne was Peter Giles. He kicked the ball up, but it was smothered and forced over the line and out of bounds. There's the throw in. Grabbing the ball at the pack was Lee. Immediately goes forward for Richmond, driving it up the wing position. A chance for them to come out and get it. But no, it was picked up there by Smith of Melbourne. He hand passes it across. A chance for Melbourne to go into attack. They go right up there. He coming through there nicely for them was Williams, but he couldn't get the ball out before Richmond cleared away again. Only a short way. Rioli overran the ball. A chance for Melbourne to go back into attack, and a left foot kick sends it up towards the half-forward flank. No one can pick it up. A kick out of the pack has been marked by the Richmond fullback right in the last line of defence. There's the kick by Richmond, right down the wing position. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks it. It hits it. No, it's grabbed by a Melbourne player there, and he goes for a short hand pass across to his teammate. He's grabbed, drops the ball, and the umpire will pay a free kick to Richmond. Free kick to Richmond goes up over the centre of the ground towards half forward. Another chance for Melbourne to get out of trouble as they right foot the ball back towards the centre of the ground. Here's a chance for Melbourne to go into attack. A left hand pass across to Giles. Goes further afield, and a flying shot for goal has gone true for a point. Another point to Melbourne. And they go to 4-3 now. Richmond are 3-7. Here's the kick in from the Richmond fullback. It's coming down the outer ground on the side of the side of the ground. Up goes Mark Lee and takes the mark nicely in front of Peter Moore. Lee immediately plays on, kicks the ball long and high towards the half-forward line. Up they go. It's all Melbourne down there. They take the mark and immediately play on with a left foot kick up towards the centre of his wing position as a hand pass comes across, and a left foot kick going up towards full forward with the bounce of the ball beats everybody, just comes out. Here's a hand pass out into the open. Richmond have it all on their own over there on the outer side of the ground. They kick it right up towards the half forward flank, and a mark has been taken for them. Melbourne player won't let go. He's taken off the Richmond player, and he kicks it right up towards full forward. Players set themselves. Coming in from behind nicely there for Melbourne was Fidge. Fidge immediately plays on, gets a pass across here towards Greg Healy. Healy immediately passes short, and Melbourne go into attack again with a long kick up towards the half-forward flank position. The mark has been taken for Melbourne there. And this is Giles. Peter Giles of Melbourne drives it right into the full forward position. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks it. A chance for a kick off the ground here. No, it wasn't capitalised on. Another chance for Melbourne, but the ball is forced through by the Richmond defence. 4 behind. Here's the kick in. Richmond go forward. Out of defence with a left foot kick they come. Up towards the half forward line. No one marks the ball. They all overrun it. Here's Jess chasing after it. And the umpire, I know he hasn't blown the whistle. A chance for Richmond here to score a goal. And it's through, I think. Yes, a goal for Richmond. Let's see what that does to the scoreboard. It takes Richmond to 4 goals 7, leading Melbourne 4 goals 4. The ball comes back to the centre of the ground. The field umpire has it now. There's the bounce. Up goes Lee and gets the knockdown, but straight to Melbourne. Here's a chance for the Melbourne players to go into attack. They're chasing after the ball on the wing position. Picked up there nicely, and a hand pass out of the pack comes across towards Healy. Healy immediately gets onto his right foot, drives it further down the field to Dixon. Dixon kicks it right up towards full forward, but an easy mark will be taken in defence by the Tigers. Tigers out of trouble again as they kick the ball right down towards the grandstand wing. Nobody can mark the ball. It's punched away from the pack. Here's a chance for Richmond to get out of trouble once more again. And the short left foot pass goes across straight to a Melbourne player. I'm just trying to pick up who this is. I think it's Paul Early. He has the shot for goal from a long way out. It's pulling up a little bit. Will drop a bit short. Up they go, and it's forced through for a point. A point to Melbourne. (4-5) now, as against Richmond's 4 goals 7. There's the kick in, marked by Richmond. And immediately they go into attack again. Oh, he's run too far, I think. No, the umpire allowed him to go on with it. Kicks the ball high into the air. Up they go. No mark. The ball is out into the open again. A chance for Richmond to come across with a hand pass. A good hand pass too, right up towards the full forward position. It goes with through for a point. Another behind on the board to Richmond. There's the kick in, not very long. A chance for Richmond to come back into attack. A hand pass out into the open. Another hand pass and he's grabbed, drops the ball. The umpire allows play to go on. Here come Melbourne, racing through with the ball now, getting it across towards the outer side of the ground, but Rioli comes in for Richmond, hand passes it backwards. A chance for the Tigers as they stream forward now with a long kick. They'll draw. No, a short pass it is, and a beauty right into the waiting arms of Jimmy Jess. Here's a chance for a goal for Richmond. There's the kick. What's he done with it? 1 point. Well, there was a chance for Jess there to score a goal, but only 1 point was the result. Richmond kicking a lot of behind to the moment. There's the kick in. Finds the Melbourne player on his own. He has a bounce. He has 2 bounces. He kicks the ball with the left foot right up towards the wing position. Nearly a mark there taken. No one on the umpire's blowing the whistle. Well, he's played it against Melbourne here. He doesn't like it either, Peter Giles. He threw the ball away. However, Richmond have got the free kick. And there it goes. Down towards the flank position, in they come after it. There's Jimmy Jess going after it hard along with his teammate. He's out of bounds with the ball. No, the ball wasn't out. The player was out. Oh. The umpire ruled both were out. And the crowd weren't too pleased with that either. There's the throw in. Up they go in the air. Moore knocks it down. A chance for Richmond to get it back to Rioli kicks it up to full forward. Nobody can mark the ball. Here's a run to the ball now, and a chance for Melbourne to clear it away through the agency of Brian Wilson. Wilson immediately gets it down the outer ground flank, and a long kick drives it right up towards the wing position. Up they go in the end, and we are marked to Richmond. I think he'll pay this one. And an immediate hand pass to play on. Richmond go forward once again. The Tigers looking good as they drive it right up towards the full forward position. Up they go, punch away by the Melbourne defence. Another chance for Melbourne to get out of it, but the umpire is calling play on and holding the ball against Melbourne this time. A good tackle. And the free kick will be taken by Richmond. Let's see who this is. I think it's Pickering again. Michael Pickering with the ball. Here he goes, coming in from centre half forward, drives it right up towards full forward. It's a good kick, but I think it's offline and goes through for 1 point only. Another behind on the board to Richmond. That's Pickering's third behind, by the way, as far as I know. He might have kicked another one. I've got 2 or 3 unaccounted for. There's a short kick in by the Melbourne fullback. Not very good play, but they'll get out of trouble as they pick the ball up near the boundary line. A hand pass out into the open and a chance for Melbourne to clear the ball away. 1 bounce and 2 bounces, and forward goes Russell Richards to kick the ball right up towards the wing position. It's marked by Melbourne. A chance for them to play on. Here's a go for Melbourne as they kick the ball long towards the goals. It's a big long kick. He's being shepherded through, and it's gone through for a goal. Well, that was good shepherding there on the part of the Melbourne full forward. He kept the Richmond back man right out and let the ball go through for a goal. So Richmond are 4 goals 10. A total of 34 points to Melbourne's 5-5-35. 1 point the difference in favour of the Demons. But Richmond 4-10, how about that? There's the bounce of the ball in the centre again. Up it goes in the air, and comes Mark Lee. Knocks the ball. No, he didn't knock it cleanly out, but it was picked up by Richmond and driven out towards the half-forward flank. Here's a run to the ball. The Melbourne player punched it away cleverly. Picked it up. Hand passed it out into the open. A chance for Rioli to come in and pick this ball up. He does so for the Tigers. And Rioli's kick is a bad one, going out of bounds. Is it on the full? No, it's not. Yes, it's out now. But apparently it was touched because the boundary umpire is coming in to throw the ball back into play. There's the throw in. Up they go. The ball is knocked to the ground. Chance for Melbourne to knock it further afield. A bit of a scramble going on. Rioli comes in there, tries to get the ball out of the pack, but there's a scrimmage. The ball is kicked back into the pack. It goes off hands and bodies and everything else and goes out of bounds. There's the throw in over in that forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. Up they go in the air, knocked down to the ground by Richmond. Jess comes in, he can't pick the ball up. It's a chance for Richmond again as they run around players, kicking the ball high into the air the wrong way. Up they go, and a good mark is taken for Richmond there. And a hand pass out into the open. Play on, says the umpire, and a flying shot for goal. Has gone through, I think. It's a goal to Richmond. Another one on the board. And Richmond go to 5-10 now. A total of 40 points. Melbourne 5-5, 35 points. Here's the bounce in the centre of the ground. Down she goes. Up in the air it is. Up goes Mark Lee. Knocks the ball out of the pack, but it's picked up for Melbourne there by Wilson. Wilson kicks it high into the air. Nobody can pick the ball up. Here's a run to the ball. Melbourne have got it now, and they're running towards their goal front with a long kick centred right up towards full forward. Out they come. No one marks it. It's punched away by the Richmond defenders. They're all on top of the ball on the ground. The umpire waving the arms will come in and bounce. There's the bounce of the ball up in the half-forward line for Melbourne. It's knocked out of the pack. Woo, down he went, that Melbourne player. The umpire waving the arms around, still calling play on. Now he stops play and will bounce the ball. There's the bounce up on Melbourne's half-forward line. Up they go. A big knock out of the pack by Richmond. A chance for Melbourne to come through. A little left foot kick sends it right up to centre half-forward. Up they go, but it's Richmond's mark all the way. And a 15-metre penalty too has been applied here. And that will be against Rigolo. There's the kick, a short one across here towards the flank. In go Richmond again with a long kick up towards centre half-forward. Out they come on a good mark. The man in front will be... Yes, the man in front, the Melbourne player, Peter Moore, grabbed that mark first. There's the kick by Moore, right back over the centre of the ground, up towards centre half forward. It's punched away. Richmond in comes Rioli, hand passes it out into the open. Another hand pass and another one, and Richmond go forward, but they've lost control of the ball. The Melbourne backmen will clear it away with a left foot kick down the grandstand wing. Up they go, and there's a nice little pass, and it's been accepted nicely there by Greg Healy. Healy immediately goes forward looking for his teammate, but the umpire's blown the whistle. And who's he playing this to? Richmond. A free kick to Richmond against Brian Wilson. There's the kick. Back towards the centre of the ground. Up they go in the air. From behind went Melbourne, but they couldn't get hold of it. Here's a hand pass out into the open and a chance for Richmond to go forward. He's run nearly too far. He goes for the short pass, looking for the forward pocket player, but can't find him. In come Richmond again. A pick up off the ground and a flying snap for goal has gone through for a goal. That was a goal in Richmond. I'm just trying to pick the player up who kicked it. There he is there. Let's have a look. Dale Whiteman. Another goal to the Tigers. There's the pick up from the... here's the bounce in the centre of the ground. There's the bounce of the ball. Up they go. Moore tried to grab it out of the pack. Couldn't do so. Rioli comes out with it. Hand passes it out and a free kick to Richmond for holding the man. And Richmond will go into attack again as Whiteman kicks the ball right up towards the forward pocket. Out they come after it. No one can mark it. Good play by Melbourne. A hand pass out into the open and Melbourne cleared the ball away with a short pass down the outer side of the ground. Melbourne going into attack. There's the kick right up towards the forward line. Wilson grabs hold of it, kicks it into a short, and it's been marked there for Melbourne. I'd say this is Giles. On a very acute angle, not very far out from goal, but the angle is acute. Here's the kick. He stabbed at that one and put it through for a point. So that's another behind on the scoreboard to Melbourne. They go to 5-6-36 and Richmond are on 6-10-45. 46. Here go Richmond again. Rioli has the ball. He's having a long run down the outer side of the ground. He's bouncing the ball again and again. He's had about 3 or 4 bounces. He immediately plays on with a hand pass to his teammate and a left foot kick. Drives it right up towards the full forward position. No one can make. Yes, Melbourne have marked the ball. They've come out with it. They'll get the ball away. They're coming down the grandstand wing this time. There's a left foot kick sending it up towards the wing position. After it they go. No one can pick it up. Here's a chance for Melbourne through the agency of Brian Wilson. Wilson gets it across to his teammate. He drives it right up towards centre half forward. Nobody marks it. Rioli's in there for Richmond. There's a chance for Melbourne. A hand pass into the open is grabbed by Jess, and Richmond get out of trouble again as the ball comes back here towards Rioli. He immediately plays on. Here's a chance for Richmond to kick the ball down. A mark has been taken for them and Richmond go forward into the pocket with a nice mark being taken there for them by Peter Francis. Francis drives it across to full forward. Up they go. Nobody marks it. And it's whipped away there by Giles of Melbourne. Giles drives it across the face of goal towards the boundary line. And no, it's not out yet. Another chance for Richmond to come into attack. A short pass coming into the open. Here racing after it there is for Richmond. They can't pick the ball up. Oh, there's a lot of scrimmaging going on here. The umpire waving play on and Melbourne get out of trouble with a hand pass and a long kick down towards the centre wing position. Up they go in the air again. Nobody marks it. Rioli trying to come through and the ball was knocked to the ground. Another player knocked to the ground for Richmond. Here's a chance for Melbourne as it's picked up there by Gerard Healy. Healy drives it up towards his teammate. He goes for a short kick towards the goals. Just going after it, but it'll beat him over the line and out of bounds and will be thrown in. There's the throw-in. Up in the air it goes, grabbed off the hands of the pack by Melbourne. Richmond grabbing it out of the pack now, however, and a hand pass comes out into the open. A further hand pass across, and Richmond bouncing the ball down the outer wing position. Drive it up towards centre half forward. Up they fly, and a good mark taken for Melbourne here by Stephen Smith. Smith immediately plays on, goes short to his teammate. There's another short pass going up towards Melbourne's full forward position. A shot at goal with the left foot, and what's he done? He's put it through. Another goal to Melbourne. And the Demons go on to 6 goals, 6 behinds, 42 points. Just behind Richmond's 6-10, 45 points. 46 points. The ball back in the centre of the ground again. There it goes, up in the air. Up goes Mark Lee, has it knocked away from him. However, on this occasion, there's a chance for Melbourne to come through. Rioli is grabbed one, not in possession, and will get the free kick. He kicks it out wide to the wing. Richmond players running everywhere on their own here. Here's a chance for Richmond. Oh, he's fumbling the ball. He can't pick it up, but there's plenty of backup support there. And a hand pass comes back, and Richmond get out of trouble with a long kick up towards the centre half forward position. Up they go. Nobody marks it. It comes out of the pack. The umpire's found a free kick. Pardon me, it's going Melbourne's way. Melbourne out of trouble temporarily on the back line. A short pass across towards the half-back flank, and that one was taken by Smith. Smith plays on down the outer side of the ground on the wing position. No one marks it. They got up very high. Here's a chance for Melbourne to get out of trouble again and kick the ball towards their half-forward line, but it was a badly directed pass and put it right into the hands of the opposition. Richmond playing around with the ball. Go for a short one towards Rioli. Rioli gets onto his left foot. Drives it right back towards the wing. Lee lumbering after it. Also more. The ball will beat both players out of bounds and will be thrown in. No, he's played a free kick here. Free to Melbourne. They come out of it with a hand pass. Another hand pass down the ground. There's a chance for Melbourne to drive the ball back into attack, and a good mark is taken for them down there. This is Cordner, I think. David Cordner. He goes short, looking for the short pass and finding his player there nicely in Fidge. John Fidge led out well then, and Cordner passed it across neatly to him. And Fidge is well within kicking distance, right in front of goal. And a goal here would be very handy for Melbourne. Here they go. There's the kick by Fidge, and I think he's put it through. Yes, he has, right through the middle. No mistake about that one. And John Fidge has notched up his first goal. So let's check the scoreboard. 7 goals, 6, 48 points Melbourne to Richmond's 6 goals. 6 goals, 10, 46. The ball back with the central umpire. There's the bounce in the centre of the ground. Up they go, knocked away by Richmond, picked up by Melbourne. He was pushed in the back. A chance for Richmond's Rioli to come through. He dodges and weaves nicely. Hand passes straight to a Melbourne player. Play on, says the umpire. Here's another chance for Richmond as they kick the ball out of the packet, tapped away by Melbourne defenders. A chance for Melbourne to come through with a left foot kick. They drive it up the wing, and leading right down to the ground there was Cordner. He got it across nicely to his teammate. Here's a chance for Melbourne as Fidge goes up and takes the mark again. This was John Fidge who got that last goal and could quite easily score another one here to put Melbourne in a very, very good position if he does. Here's Fidge with him now. He's propped again. He's just about to kick and stopped and went back. Fidge pretty only on a slight angle. Not that far out from goal. Kicks towards goal. And it's through. Another goal to Melbourne. Kicked by Fidge. And Melbourne go that bit further ahead. 54 points, plays 45, I think it is. Melbourne are in front. As the ball is bounced in the centre, knocked away by the Demons. It gets to turf, no one can pick it up. Grabbed by Melbourne again, but he's dispossessed of the ball, and Richmond drive it forward, and the umpire's found a free kick. He's bringing the ball back, and it will go to Melbourne. There's the kick, going right up towards the full forward position. Oh, getting up very high there was Fidge, I think it is again. Took a terrific mark. Yes, this is John Fidge. He's kicked 2 goals. And he got up very high to take that mark. Fidge going back, taking plenty of time, well within kicking distance this time. Comes in, kicks, and the umpire goes right across. It's a goal. I thought he went right across there to signal a behind, but he put it through for a goal, so that's another one to Fidge, his 3rd. And Melbourne go to 9 goals, 5 behinds. 9 goals, 6 is it, 60 points. To Richmond, 6-10, 45, 46. Melbourne going further ahead, having command of this game at the moment. Knocked down by Lee, but Melbourne come out of it with the ball. Here's a chance for them again as Wilson grabs hold of it, kicks it with the right foot on. He's knocked to the ground after he kicked. There's a fight on 2 behind play. The umpire hasn't spotted it now. Richmond will get out of trouble from the back line. There's still a fight going on the outer side of the ground, but play goes on just the same as Richmond go into attack. The umpire's blown the whistle. He's stopped play. What's he going to do? Come in and bounce, I should imagine. He can't do anything else. No, he's given the kick to Richmond. Right down below our broadcasting point here on the grandstand side of the ground on the wing position. And Richmond will take the free kick. There's the kick going right up towards full forward. Players setting themselves out. They come punched away by the Melbourne defenders. Punched further back in by Mark Lee. Here's a chance for Richmond to come into an open goal and kick, and it's a goal, I think. Yes, it's a goal to Richmond. I wasn't quite sure who kicked that one, but they came in after a nice piece of play by Lee, knocked the ball to the ground, and Richmond came in and got the goal. Richmond 7 goals, 10 behinds, 52 points. Melbourne 9-6, 60. There's the bounce of the ball about to take place in the centre of the ground. In fact, the ball hasn't quite got to the central umpire yet. Now it's there. Coming very close to the end of this quarter too. As the ball is bounced up, it goes in the air. This might be to Melbourne. No, Mark Lee got the knockdown nicely, but went straight to a Melbourne player. He kicked with the left foot out towards the grandstand wing. No one can pick it up. It bounced nicely for Melbourne there as they come through with a hand pass across, and a left foot kick drives it up towards the half forward flank, but Jess is in the way there to take the mark for Richmond. Oh, he doesn't know whether to hand pass or what to do. He had about 3 attempts. Finally, they get all round the neck to Richmond, and that free kick will be paid to Waitman. Is it? No, it's not Waitman. It's John Anea. Anea with the ball, kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Out they come, and a good mark taken for Richmond there. And a short pass to the leading player, Jess, coming down the ground here. And he's got it. This is Jimmy Jess with the ball. And he no doubt will have a... We come back to start the second half of the big game with scores dead level. Richmond 8-12. Melbourne 9-6. There's the bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. The umpires immediately found an infringement and the free kick will go Melbourne's way. There's the kick with Melbourne kicking the big scoreboard and up they go in the air. Nobody marks it. It's punched away by Richmond. A punch out of the pack towards Melbourne. Give them a chance to get into attack again. They can't pick the ball up. They've got it now but they're solidly tackled. The ball on the ground. Out it comes into the open. A chance for Rioli to come through here. He gets hold of it. Hand passes it across, but no one can seem to pick the ball up. There's another hand pass, and Richmond are out of trouble into the clear. There's a kick right up towards centre half forward. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. It's on the ground, picked up by the Melbourne defenders. And Melbourne come out of the defensive zone again with a hand pass out into the open. A chance for Moore to punch it further afield. Rioli's grabbed it for Richmond. Rioli gets onto his left foot, steady, shoots for goal, and I think he's put it through. Yes, it's a goal. Kicked by Maurice Rioli of Richmond. That's his second. And Richmond's ninth. They go to 9-12, a lead of 6 points over Melbourne, 9-6. Waiting for the ball to come back to the central umpire. Here it is now. There was a quick goal by Richmond there to open the second half of the match. Here's the bounce in the centre of the ground. Up she goes. Lee goes up unopposed, taps it down to his teammate. It gets to Rioli again. Rioli drives it right up towards the half-forward flank. The mark has been taken from Richmond over there. A hand pass into the open gives Richmond a chance for another shot at goal. There's a left foot kick going across the face of goal. But it's all Richmond over there and the mark has been taken for them. Let's see who this is. It's Barry Rawlings. And Barry Rawlings now out on the half-forward flank on the grandstand side of the ground. Kicks for Richmond with the left foot. It looks good from here. In fact, it's a goal. Another one to Richmond. They've opened up the second half sensationally as Rawlings puts through another goal. So Richmond go to 10-12, leading Melbourne 9-6. Pardon me. We'll wait for the ball to be bounced again in the centre by the central umpire. 10-12 Richmond, 9-6 Melbourne. Richmond have opened sensationally in the second half. There's the bounce of the ball in the centre, knocked down by Melbourne. They go into attack again, driving it right up towards full forward. The bounce beats them. A chance for Richmond to clear the ball, but good play here for Melbourne by O'Donnell. It is. He kicks drives the ball up towards the forward pocket. It's not quite out of bounds yet. They're still playing around with the ball on the boundary line, and the umpire comes in waving the arms and will bounce the ball right in the forward pocket. There's the bounce. It favours Melbourne. They knock the ball to the ground, but they can't capitalise on it. Their players falling on top of it again. The umpire calling play on. Rioli comes out with the ball, punches out into the open. A chance for Richmond to get clear. They knock it back into the pack. Another chance for Melbourne. A hook shot over the left shoulder goes there, but Richmond marked the ball and coming through very strongly there for them was Palm, and Palm hand passes the ball across. It's kicked up towards Richmond's half-forward flank. Up they go in the air, and a good mark is taken by Jimmy Jess. Jess went up high, took the mark out on Richmond's half-forward flank. Jess goes short. It's a little bit too high for his teammate there. And Richmond is still in the command of the ball, though. However, they get out with it with a left foot kick, drive it up towards the teeth of goal. It's going right up towards the full forward position, punched away by the Melbourne defenders, out of bounds beside the behind post. Out of bounds, right in front of Richmond's attacking zone. There's the throw in. Up goes Lee, up go Melbourne. No one can get the trap down, but Melbourne get it out of the pack through more. They kick it up further afield, and it's marked for Melbourne on the half-back flank, and a kick away from the pack, drives it down the wing position. Another mark to Melbourne. He's grabbed, the umpire's going to give him the benefit of the doubt this time. This is Gerard Healy. Healy with the ball. Kicks it up towards the forward pocket position or the half-forward flank is right. That's out of bounds. Oh, yeah, the umpire was a bit late in signalling that, but it was out of bounds. And we wait for the throw-in. There's the throw-in taking place now. High into the air it goes. Up they go. And Melbourne got the knocked down, but Richmond capitalised on it. A hand pass across to Rollings. A chance for Richmond to get into attack again. Another hand pass coming over to Rioli. Rioli gets onto his left foot, drives it up towards centre half forward. No one there for Richmond. However, it's all Melbourne as they come out with the ball, and the hand pass comes into the open. A kick down the wing and might go out of bounds on the full. I think it does. It does, and it'll be a free kick to Richmond to be taken by Jimmy Jess. Jess immediately plays on, centering the ball. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks it. Here's a chance for Richmond as they drive the ball forward. Kick into the man coming towards him. And oh, a good mark taken out there. Coming out to meet the ball for Richmond was Trevor Poole, and he took the mark right in front of goal. He's right in front, only about 10 metres out from goal. Kicks and puts it through. Another one to Richmond. Well, they've come into a great opening here in this third quarter. And Richmond go along now to 11 goals 12, leading Melbourne 9 goals 6. 11-12 to 9-6 as we wait for the ball to come back to the central umpire. Here it comes now. Back in the centre with the field umpire. There's the bounce of the ball. Up they go. Moore sets himself. Has it knocked away by Lee. Lee still charging through with the ball. Picked up by Melbourne. Here's Rioli after the ball. He's picked it up for Richmond. Driven it right up to full forward looking for Jess, but a good mark has been taken in defence by Smith of Melbourne. Smith immediately plays on. Goes short to the wing. Here's a chance for Melbourne to go further downfield. The ball is kicked further afield and it's picked up by Peter Giles. Giles goes on with the business, driving it right up towards the wing position. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks it. A chance for Flower to come through, but he can't pick the ball up. He's got it now. He hand passes it across nicely, and another hand pass comes out into the open to Moore. Moore kicks for goal, and I think it's a goal. Yes, it's a goal to Melbourne. Kicked by Peter Moore. And that'll make things a bit more interesting. Melbourne go now to 10 goals, 6 behind, 66 points. Trailing Richmond 11-12, 78. Back in the centre of the ground with the field umpire. They're wasting no time. Here's the bounce of the ball now. There it goes. Players setting themselves up. They go in the air. It was Richmond. Mark Lee getting the knockdown again, and Richmond go into attack with a long kick from the centre of the ground. Up they go in the air. Punched away by the Melbourne defence, but Richmond pick it up. He tries a left foot shot for goal, and it's going right up into the teeth of goals. Nobody marks the ball. It's on the ground, picked up by Melbourne, and they'll get out of trouble with a kick across towards the half-back flank, and it's marked over there for them. This looks like Ellingworth. He's got a 15-metre penalty too to go on with. And he kicks the ball right up towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Nobody marks the ball. Richmond try to come out with it, but they all fumble. Melbourne falling on top of the ball. Here's it. Whoa, down went McGinty, he said. Play on's called. No, the umpires brought the ball back for a free kick to Melbourne. There's the kick going right up into the full forward zone. They set themselves up, they go, nobody marks the ball. Coming out from the back pocket, it's Richmond racing across the face of goal. Not good play, but still they left footed out of trouble. And a hand pass, a hand punch away from the pack goes out into the open, picked up for Richmond. He's caught, drops the ball, the umpire calls play on. As Melbourne pick the ball up now and stream towards goal with a kick is smothered. Here's another chance for Melbourne as they pick it up, and a left foot kick drives it right up towards the full forward position. Jess goes up from behind, the umpire's whistle's gone. And it's going to be a free kick to Melbourne right in front of goal. Now before he kicks it, Melbourne at 10-6-66. There's the shot for goal, and it is right through the middle. Melbourne 11-6-66, Richmond 11-12-78. Another goal kick to Melbourne, keeping them right in the picture as we wait for the boundary umpire to pick the ball up and relay it to his fellow umpire to go back to the centre. Richmond 11-12, Melbourne 11-6. 6 points the difference as the ball comes back to the central umpire. There's the bounce of the ball. Up it goes in there. Up goes Big Lee. Grabs the ball. Hand passes across to Rioli. Rioli onto the left foot. Drives it up towards the half-forward flank, but there's nobody home for Richmond. Now there is. Here's a chance for Melbourne to clear the ball away. They pick it up now. And a right foot kick drives it right back towards the centre of the ground. Up goes Rioli again from the... Oh, good mark. Taken there. And he kicks the ball with the left foot up towards the centre of half-forward position. Nobody can mark it. It's picked up here for Richmond, and a hand pass comes back. And Richmond going to attack again with a long left foot kick right up towards full forward. Up they go. It's right up in the teeth of goal. It'll go over the line just beside the behind post to be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Here's the throw in. Wasting no time. Up it goes in the air. Lee was pushed out there and will take the free kick. No, it's going the other way. Going to Peter Moore. Now the umpire bringing him round to kick over his mark. Moore was on his way, but the umpire wouldn't allow that. Moore goes for a short pass, not a good one. It goes out into the open. A chance for Melbourne to pick it up. They do so through the agency of Gerard Healy. Healy kicks the ball right back down the wing. Here the bounce eluded that Melbourne player. A chance for Jess to come through. He picks the ball up, drives with the right foot down towards his teammate there, and a good mark is taken for Richmond and a push in the back as well. And that was Manton. Manton kicks the ball across towards the centre of the ground. Richmond going into attack again. Here's a chance for a run to the ball by Richmond. A left foot kick drives it right up to full forward. No one can mark the ball. It's being picked up by the Richmond forwards. Here's a chance for the shot at goal. And it's through, I think. A goal to Richmond. And I think that was Poole again. I wouldn't be too sure, but I reckon it was Trevor Poole who kicked that goal for Richmond to put them that further bit in front. 12-12 Richmond, 11-6 Melbourne. Here's the ball back with the central umpire. Bounce in the centre. Lee running in already to the ball. Moore stumbles. Lee knocks the ball out with a hefty thump, and it's going to be picked up by the Melbourne defenders here. No, they fumble the ball. A chance for Richmond to get out of trouble again. They're all falling on top of the ball. There'll be a ball up here. Out on the centre wing position on the grandstand side of the ground. There's the bounce of the ball to take place. Up she goes in the air, up goes Lee, up they go. It was Melbourne getting the knockdown. Another knock across here for Richmond by Waitman. Waitman runs into an open goal, kicks, and it's going astray, I think, and goes through for 1 point. So that's a point to Dale Waitman. Another one on the board to the Tigers. Taking them along to 12-13, leading Melbourne 11-6. Here's the kick in. Down the outer side of the ground this time. Players setting themselves. No one can mark the ball. A chance for Richmond. No, Melbourne break clear very nicely. And here, he better get rid of it quickly. He does. Oh, the bounce eludes two Melbourne players. They try to get through the pack. Can't do so. And Richmond will clear the ball back again towards their goal with a long kick. It goes back to the outer side of the ground. Here's a run to the ball. And a chance for Richmond here as they kick the ball right in towards the teeth of goal. It's gone across the face of goal. And has been marked right on the line, but I think it was out of bounds. Out of bounds on the full, so the free kick will go to Melbourne. Oh, a shocking kick goes out of bounds on the full, and Richmond will take the free kick. No, it's going to be thrown in. Must have just bounced inside the line. There's the throw-in. Up goes Jess, knocks the ball to the ground. Rioli tries to grab it, can't do so. Picked up by Richmond and driven across towards centre half forward. And a good mark is taken there for them. And a left foot kick drives up to the forward pocket. There's a player on his own here. Left entirely unattended, this Richmond player. and he will have a shot for goal from the forward pocket, and this is Dale Waitman again. Waitman in the forward pocket. Kicks. Oh, right across the face of goal, and it goes through for a point. Yet another behind on the scoreboard to Richmond. So Richmond go to 12-14 now, leading Melbourne 11-6. There's the kick in. Up they go in the air. Melbourne will take the mark, and it will be taken by Peter Giles. Giles out at half-back, comes in for Melbourne, kicks the ball right up towards the centre of the ground. Up they go in there, Richmond in front, and the mark has been taken for them. It was all Richmond there as they kicked. Oh, a bad kick goes right across the ground. In fact, it's favouring Melbourne's end. They fall over Richmond at the last moment, and Melbourne might come in and pick this ball up, but no, everybody's on top of the ball. The umpire coming in, waving the arms, will ball it up. Hello, he's found a free kick to Melbourne out of all that. And a 15-metre penalty to boot. And the short pass goes in, and it's been accepted. There's the long kick dropping short towards goal, and a diving attempt at a mark by the Melbourne forward, but he was pushed in the back, and the umpire saw it and will pay the free kick Melbourne's way. This will go to Fidge. He's already kicked 3 goals. He's right in the forward pocket. Comes in. Kicks from the angle, and I think he's put it through. Yes, he has. It's a goal to Melbourne. A goal kicked by John Fidge. That's his 4th goal. So Melbourne go to 12 goals, 6, trailing Richmond 12 goals, 14. Back with the central umpire comes the ball. There's the bounce in the centre. Up they go. Lee got up very high, knocked the ball to the ground, and Rioli grabs it off the hands of the pack, goes for the short pass. It's a good one. No, he didn't quite mark it. Jesse punches the ball away from the pack. A chance for Richmond to come in again on a shot for goal. It looks good too from here. I think he's put it through. Yes, it's a goal to Richmond. Another one on the board to Richmond. I couldn't be sure who kicked that one. So it's 13-14 Richmond to 12-6 Melbourne. Richmond going right on with the business in this 3rd quarter. Here's the bounce in the centre of the ground again. The umpire balls it up. It favours Melbourne. They go for the punch away from the pack, but it goes straight to Rioli. Rioli weaves and dodges. He's in trouble. He's dropped the ball. The umpire calls play on as Richmond go into attack again with a left foot kick. Oh, and a good mark has been taken for them down there. This looks like Waitman again. It is. Right up at the full forward position, the little fella flew into the air and pulled down a good mark. He goes for home. There's the kick. It's offline badly and goes through for 1 point. Another behind to Richmond. I make that 1 goal 4 for Waitman. I could be wrong there, but it's at least that. There's the kick in down towards the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. The umpire's blown the whistle and found a free kick to Melbourne. Immediately they play on with a hand pass and kick it down towards the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Players coming in after the ball now. There's a hand pass back out of the pack. A chance for Melbourne to clear the ball. He gets onto his left foot and drives it down towards the wing position again, only to see Richmond in the way. Now the Tigers play on with a short pass across towards the centre of the ground, where it has been marked by John Anir. Anir immediately plays on up to the half-forward flank. Nobody marks the ball. They fall to the ground. A chance for Richmond to come in here with Rioli in the van, but nobody can pick it up. There's a scrimmage of play going on. Rioli's still after the ball, but he still can't pick it up. And finally the umpire, waving the arms and blowing the whistle, comes in and will have a bounce. There's the bounce of the ball up on Richmond's half-forward flank. Up they go in the air. Moore knocks it to the ground. Picked up for Melbourne and driven with the right foot kick down the wing position, but a good mark is taken for Richmond here. With the umpires taking it off him. And the free kick goes to Melbourne. He immediately drives up to full forward, but there's nobody there, only the Richmond players. And the mark was easily taken there by Mervyn Kane. Kane playing on. Gets it across to his teammate on the other side of the ground. Here go Richmond again into attack. A short kick goes up towards Jess. Not Jess. It's Poole. Poole immediately plays on, driving it up to full forward. A mark has been taken here, or is it a push in the back? It's a free kick to Melbourne, I think. Melbourne have the kick right in their last line of defence. They go short. It was all right too. There's a short kick across towards the wing, but it's all Richmond here. A hand pass comes out to Rioli. Rioli on the left foot drives it up towards the goal front. I think it might go through. No, it's been marked on the line, I think, by Richmond. Marked right on the line. Let's see who this is. He couldn't miss this. It's Michael Pickering. He hasn't kicked a goal yet, I don't think. He's kicked 3 behinds to my knowledge. Pickering from point blank range walks in and puts it right through the middle. A goal to Richmond. So Richmond go to 14 goals 15, leading Melbourne 12 goals 6. 14-15. That's 99 points to Melbourne's 12 goals 678. Here's the ball back with the central umpire. Waiting for the bounce. There it goes now. Up goes Peter Moore. He got the tap down too, but it went right back into the middle of the pack. Nobody could pick it up, and there's a free kick been awarded to Melbourne out of all that for holding the man, the umpire said, when he didn't have the ball. Here's the kick from Melbourne going right up to the forward zone. Out they come. No one can mark the ball. It's pushed to the ground. A chance for the Richmond defenders to clear it. Getting onto his right foot. He drives it right back down towards the grandstand wing. Up they go in the air, and a mark is taken for Richmond down here. Oh, and it'll be a 15-metre penalty too, I think, as well. And Trevor Poole has the ball. Poole immediately kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Out comes Moore. Hand passes out into the open. It's going near the boundary line. It'll go over and will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Waiting for the throw-in to take place. There it goes up into the air. Oh, free kick in the back to Richmond. Went unnoticed by the umpire. A hand pass comes out of the pack Melbourne's way, and they go forward once more. Here's a chance for Melbourne to take a mark on their forward line, but they can't do so, and the Richmond defenders come out full of life, and a hand pass comes out into the open. A chance for Richmond to clear the ball, as it's grabbed there by Rollings. Rollings drives it further afield. Up they go in the air. There's a run of the ball by the Richmond forwards. A hand pass out into the open. A chance for Richmond. Oh, they fall over the top of the ball, and the Melbourne defenders are allowed to clear it. No, they fumble. They don't clear the ball. Richmond still into attack. Here's a chance for Richmond, and a flying shot for goal has gone across the face of goal, I think. No, it's gone through. It's a goal to Richmond. Yet another one. And Richmond stream further ahead, 15-15. 105 points, leading Melbourne, 12 goals. 6 behind, 78 points. 15-15 to 12-6 as the ball comes back to the central umpire for another bounce in the middle. There's the bounce of the ball. Up they go. It was Lee getting the knockdown again, but to no one in particular, and the Melbourne player picks it up and kicks it right up towards the forward line, knocked away from the pack. A chance for Richmond to clear the ball away, and they do so, coming right down the outer side of the ground. There's a chance for a mark. He dropped it. Melbourne coming back into the defensive zone, but they can. It might have been a free kick played to Richmond. It wasn't. Here's a chance for the Tigers now as they go forward towards the goal. He's run too far. Holding the ball was called, and Melbourne will take the free kick. Here's the free kick to Melbourne. Right down in their back pocket, it drops a bit short. Players go up for the ball. Rioli comes in after it, gets it across to his teammate. Here's another chance for no, but they were holding the ball again, Richmond. And Melbourne will get out of trouble once more. Pardon me. 15-metre penalty too. Melbourne with the ball. There's the kick right up onto their half-forward line. Up they go. Oh, flying high mark taken there for them by Cordner. David Cordner goes forward with a long kick right up towards full forward. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. It's coming out. It was Jesse kicks the ball further afield. Richmond are getting out of trouble with a nice mark taken on the wing position. He'll have to hurry Lee. Was too slow in getting but he's paid a free kick for holding the man. He was a bit lucky there, Mark Lee. But he got away with it, drove it up to full forward, and out they come. And it's all Richmond there. With coming out to meet the ball was Poole. No, it's not Poole. It's Michael Pickering. Michael Pickering with the ball. Pickering lining them up from a deliberate shot at goal. There's the kick. What's he done? He's put it through. Another goal to Richmond. Kicked by Michael Pickering. That's his second, I make it. Could be more because I did miss a couple early. But Richmond are screaming right away now. 16-15, 111 points to Melbourne's 12 goals. 6 behind, 78 points. Richmond taking right over from the Demons now. As the ball is bounced in the centre of the ground. There it goes, up in the air. Up goes Lee. Lee actually didn't get the tap then, and we went to Melbourne. Melbourne have a chance to come into attack, but Lee comes back into the play, and another player picks it up with a left foot kick, drives it up to centre half forward, and a good mark is taken for Richmond. It looks like Pickering again. Yes, it's Pickering. Pickering with the ball out at centre half forward. With Richmond going right on with the business now in the second half. There's Pickering's kick. It looks good. The umpire hasn't moved from the middle of the square. It's a goal on the board. Another one to Pickering and another one to Richmond. That's Pickering's third goal as I know of. He may have kicked more than that because I did miss a couple early. But Richmond stream away now to 17 goals, 15 behinds, leading Melbourne 12 goals. 6. 17-15 Richmond, and they're going right away from the Demons now. There's the bounce of the ball again in the centre. Up goes Mark Lee. Didn't get the knockdown. It was taken by the big fellow for Melbourne. A chance for Melbourne to go into attack now as they try to pick the ball up, but they're fumbling badly. They let the Tigers in, and Richmond kick the ball back towards the half-forward line, just up from the centre. Melbourne coming through with it. Are they holding the ball? Said the umpire. No, he's coming in waving the arms. Said the ball was held to him, and he'll bounce it. There's the bounce of the ball, just wide of the centre. Up they go, knocked away by Lee. Waitman picks it up, kicks it further afield, but not very far. No one can pick the ball up. They're still fumbling and hammering away with the ball. Here's a chance for Melbourne to go into attack now as the ball is hand passed out into the open, and Melbourne go forward with a long run at the ball. A left foot kick drives it right up towards full forward, but there's nobody home. Only the Richmond defenders, and the mark is taken by them in the back pocket. Here's a hand pass out into the open. No, he changes his mind, swings onto his right foot, drives it up towards the wing position. No one can mark the ball, but the free kick is going Richmond's way. There's the kick. High into the air it goes, back towards the centre square. Up they go, punched away there by big Mark Lee. It goes out into the open. Melbourne have it now, and a hand pass comes across towards Robbie Flower. He gets onto his left boot, drives it up towards the wing position, looking for a teammate, finds him. Another hand pass, and yet another one out into the open, and Melbourne screaming forward with a short pass, looking for Cordner. Up he goes, but he can't mark the ball. It's on the ground. Players trying to pick this football up, but they can't do so. It goes out into the open once more. It's punched right up towards the Melbourne forward line with the Richmond round the neck. No, he didn't pay it. The ball is on the ground again, and here come Melbourne into attack. Oh, he fell over at the last moment. Then a kick off the out of the pack was marked right in the last line of defence by the Richmond defenders, and they get out of trouble very easily with a hand pass. And here's a run right around the wing as he kicks it up towards the centre of the ground, and a free kick. No, the umpire let it go on. Play goes on. The umpire set a push in the back to Melbourne, and the free kick will be taken for them there by Peter Giles. Giles goes onto his right foot, drives it right up towards the forward line, and the mark's taken for Melbourne. Here's a chance for them to go into attack now. This time they drive short, but a bad kick goes up towards where the Richmond defenders punch it away. It's grabbed. No one's got the ball yet. They're coming in hard to meet it. Here's a chance for Melbourne as they twist and turn, and the left foot snap for goal goes right across the face of goal and through for one behind. Another behind to Melbourne. Waiting for the Richmond full-back to kick in. There's a short pass, a man unattended over there on his own for Richmond. Drives it further down the wing. A chance for Waitman to race after the ball. Here's a go for Richmond again as they stream into attack with a long kick right up to the forward line. Oh, and Jess popped beautifully and took that mark. Beat the his Melbourne opponent through sheer judgment and took a very good mark indeed. And Jess well within kicking distance for this player. Kicks the ball as the siren goes. It's in the air. It's offline anyway. And will it be paid a point? Up and the hand pass comes back towards, oh no, it was badly directed. In come Richmond again. Rioli's got the ball. He's picked it up now. Now he dodges and weaves and gets onto his left foot and drives it back towards the centre of the ground. Nobody can mark the ball. Jess is in there trying to pick it up. He's got it now for Richmond. Jimmy Jess turns onto his left foot, drives it further afield. A good mark is taken for Richmond, and the hand pass across to Waitman, and a shot for goal has gone astray, and it'll be 1 point to Richmond. So Richmond 17-17 to Melbourne's 12-7. The game, even at this stage, seemingly all over. There's the kick in by Melbourne. A short pass on the back line. It comes off. And the ball has been marked there for Melbourne by Jarrett. Jarrett immediately goes forward, driving it down the wing position, but it's all Richmond over there as they pick the ball up, send it back towards centre half forward again with a long kick, but Melbourne are in the van here and they take the mark in front of their Richmond opponents. Immediately play on. Melbourne trying desperately to work the ball forward. Here's another hand pass out into the open. The chance for Melbourne to go forward with a long kick right down towards a full forward position. Nobody can mark the ball. It's near the boundary line and it's gone over for a throw-in. There's the throw-in. Up in the air they go. Up go the Richmond players, knock the ball to the ground. A hand pass comes out into the open. A chance for Richmond to go forward once again, but the hand pass is misdirected and it's picked up for Melbourne. He's dodging and weaving here, has a shot for goal and is off target, and that was John Fitch. I make it 4 goals to him so far in the game. That time he was off target and kicked a point. Here's the kick in from the Richmond full-back down the grandstand side of the ground. Up they go in the air. Nobody gets near the ball. It goes over the top of the pack. A chance for Richmond to go forward again as it's picked up and is driven right down towards the half-forward line. Up they go. It'll be all Melbourne. No, the mark was spilled. Flower comes in, gets onto his right now. He tries a hand pass over the top, and Rioli's got it for Richmond. Rioli gets into his right foot, drives it right to position to full forward, and has been marked. Yes, a mark to Richmond right in front of goal. Let's see who this is. Couldn't miss from here. This is Trevor Poole again. Played a pretty useful sort of a game too, the same fellow. As he comes in from point blank range, kicks and puts it right through the middle. No mistake about that one. Another goal on the board to Richmond. That time kicked by Poole. And Richmond go on to 19 goals. Is it 19? 19-17. To Melbourne's 12 goals, 8. Waiting for the ball to come back to the central umpire. The boundary umpire's got it over to his His mate there gets it back to the central umpire. And now we wait for the bounce again. Richmond doing everything right here at the moment. There's the bounce of the ball. Up in the air it goes. Up goes Lee. Knocks it to the ground. Picked up by his teammate. But the hand pass is a bad one. It comes out Melbourne's way. And they will get out of trouble here with a long kick. Or it goes off the side of the boot across towards the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Richmond defenders coming in on top of the ball. The players pushing the back to Melbourne. And they will get the free kick. There's the free kick. It's going in short, looking for a lead from Cordner. He can't get hold of the ball. He's on the ground. Here's a chance for Melbourne to pick it up again. A hand pass comes out into the open. And another chance for Melbourne to turn and twist. He picks the ball up, shoots it right up towards the teeth of goal. It goes right into the 10-yard square. Up they fly, and there's a big mark from behind to Melbourne here. A big mark, that one, taken by David Cordner. Butch, as we used to call him at Point Lonsdale. Here's David Cordner with the ball right in front of goal. Couldn't possibly miss. Kicks and puts it through for a goal. So that's another goal to Melbourne. That was Cordner's second or third. I'm not too sure. I think it was his third. However, Melbourne kick a belated goal to go to 13 goals 8, but they're trailing Richmond, who are 19 goals 17. 18 goals 17, thank you. 18-17. There's the bounce of the ball about to take place in the centre of the ground. Players setting themselves there. There she goes. Up in the air goes Moore. Knocked away by Lee. Richmond going into attack again. Once more they drive the ball out towards the half-forward flank on the grandstand side. There's a run to the ball. It might beat everybody over the line. It does. And will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. 18-17 Richmond. Melbourne 13 goals 8. There's the throw-in. Up they go in there. It was a big knockdown by Melbourne, but it comes to the ground, picks up, and a hand pass goes right near the boundary line. Flowers got it. He turns onto his right foot, drives it right up down the wing position. Up they go in there, and a good mark is no. Play on, said the umpire. He wouldn't allow that mark to Richmond. Picked up on the left foot, kick for Richmond. Goes right up towards us, full forward position again, but Melbourne are coming out of trouble. Here's a chance for Richmond to come back into it again, but they can't do so. There's a bit of a scrimmage going on in the centre of the ground. Here's a chance for Richmond as Rolling gets it across nicely. A left foot kick sends it right up towards a full forward position, but there's nobody home there for Richmond, and a diving mark is taken by a Melbourne player right on the back line. There's the kick. Across here unattended towards Jarrett. Jarrett immediately plays on, goes for the short pass, looking for his teammate, can't find him. A chance for Ablett to come through for Richmond. He gets it across to Rioli. Rioli on the left foot sends it back to the centre of the ground, and it's been marked for Richmond in the centre square. Oh, a bad kick, but it comes off all right. And the mark has been taken there by little Waitman again. Waitman goes short. Oh, Richmond players running loose everywhere. And here's a chance for another goal as a mark was taken unattended there. Now the kick, he wouldn't be more than 20 metres out from goal where the man is standing on the mark. On a slight angle, there's the kick. And I think it's gone through for a goal. Another one to Richmond. They're just running away with this game now. 19-17, 131 points to Melbourne's 13 goals 8. Eight minutes of this last quarter gone, and Richmond apparently just seemingly doing as they like. Waiting for the bounce now to take place in the centre once more. There it goes. Lee sets himself. Up goes Moore. Lee gets the tap across, but it's picked up by Melbourne, but they can't get out of the pack with the ball. Now they do. With a left foot kick, they send it up towards centre half forward. Up they go in the air. Jess trying to come through with the ball, can't do so. A hand pass out into the open sees Richmond back into attack again. And with a left foot kick, they drive it down the outer side of the ground wing. That Melbourne will clear the ball away here as it's picked up for them by Giles. Giles kicks it further afield. Here's it, nearly round the neck to Melbourne. It's being paid. And hand pass comes across towards Healy now. Melbourne going back into attack, driving it right up towards the forward pocket, but it's all Richmond defenders up there, and they easily take the mark and will clear the ball away again. There's the kick right back to the centre of the ground once more. Up they go in the air, and a good mark in front of the pack is taken by Mark Lee. And there'll be a 15-metre penalty too. There's the kick by Lee going short up towards the forward division. No, Jess came out, couldn't mark the ball. A chance for them again. Here's Jess trying to pick the ball up once more, but the Melbourne players hand pass it out into the open. It's going near the boundary line. Hooked back into play by Richmond. Right on the boundary line, another kick by the Richmond players, sends it right up towards full forward, around the neck, said the umpire, over the shoulder, and the free kick will be paid to Richmond. This is Pickering with the ball, right out on the half-forward flank near the boundary line, between the half-forward flank and the forward pocket, really. And there's a bit of a box-on going on between two players here too. However, everything's ignored as Pickering kicks for goal. It goes off the side of the boot and will go over the line and out of bounds on the full for a free kick to be taken by Melbourne. There's the kick back into play. Up goes Lee, but Moore takes this one and gets a whack behind the neck for his trouble too. So if he didn't get the mark, he'd have got the free kick. There's Moore's kick, dropping a bit short. Up they go in the air, but it's been marked by Melbourne. A hand pass comes across, and here Melbourne going to attack again with a long kick up towards their full forward position, but it's all Richmond up there. No Melbourne players anywhere near the ball, and they have no difficulty in taking the mark and will send Richmond back into attack again. And here's a 15-metre penalty being applied. So Richmond well out of the danger zone now. There's the kick right up to their half-forward line. Over the wing position it goes, and a good mark is taken by Lee. Over the top of the pack, he immediately hand passes across, and the left foot kick drives it up towards the forward division. Up they go, nobody marks the ball. A chance for Richmond to come through with it. Holding the ball, said the umpire, yes. And the free kick will go Melbourne's way. There's the kick, sending it back over the centre square. The bounce was a bad one for the Richmond player. Then a hand pass over the head by Melbourne comes straight to Richmond, and they have no difficulty in clearing the ball away once more. It's on the wing position over on the outer side of the ground, and the left foot kick by the Richmond player sends it right up to where it's been marked for Melbourne, right up in that half back line. Melbourne immediately play on with a driving right foot kick over towards, I can't quite pick who that is. It was Healy. Healy gets the ball, kicks it right up to the forward pocket. It's going up towards full forward position. Up they go. No one can mark it. Richmond get out of trouble with a hand pass, but it was nearly muffed. However, they get back into business, and a kick goes across towards Waitman, and he takes the mark. A hand pass out into the open. Richmond getting out of trouble again. There's a kick down the wing position on the grandstand side. Up goes Jess, then he props. Jess after the ball has grabbed it now. Jimmy Jess kicks it right up towards full forward. It's a good-looking pass, but it's punched away by the Melbourne defenders. Oh, here's a chance for Richmond. It's shooting for goal from the boundary line. Put it through for 1 point. So another behind on the board to Richmond. 19 goals, 18. Richmond leading Melbourne 13 goals, 8. There's the kick in from the Melbourne full-back. It goes high into the air. Up they go. No one can mark the ball. It's punched away. A run to the ball sees Melbourne in the van. They pick the ball up and kick it right back towards their full forward position. Up they go in the air. There's a good mark to Melbourne. No, the umpire said play on. Well, there's a shot for goal by the Melbourne players there, and I think it's gone through. It looked like Williams to me. However, it was a goal to Melbourne. So another goal on the board takes them to 14 goals, 8. That's 92 points. Trailing Richmond 19, 18, 132 points. We'll wait for the bounce in the centre of the ground again. There it goes. Well, not a good bounce either, but it favours Melbourne. They grab the ball off the pack more. He can't do anything with it, however, as it goes out into the open spaces on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Picked up on the left foot, kicked by Richmond, drives it right back into the full forward position. But coming out there to meet the ball nicely was Giles. Giles kicked it right up towards the wing position again. No one has marked the ball. It's on the ground. A kick off the ground attempted by Melbourne didn't come off. A hand pass comes out into the open. It's still near the boundary line, holding the balls, and the umpire, and the free kick will go Richmond's way. Richmond with the free kick. There it goes, right back towards the centre square position. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. Melbourne get it off the hands of the pack. Another chance for them, but they're too slow in meeting the ball. Picked up by Waitman. A left foot kick over the shoulder. Goes up towards the forward pocket, and the mark has been taken for Richmond. And this is Rollings. Barry Rollings with the ball. Could be within kicking distance too for Rollings. He's nearly directly in front, slightly towards the outer side of the goal front. There's the kick with the left foot. It's a nice looking kick, but it goes across the face of goal and will be forced over the line and out of bounds by the Melbourne defence. 19-18 is it? To 14-8. Richmond well in command. Here's the throw in right beside the behind post. Up it goes in the air. Jess gets a push out of the pack. He tries to pick the ball up but can't. It's picked up by Moore. Melbourne go out of danger temporarily as it goes towards the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. There's a kick away from the goals again by Melbourne, but it's nicely marked for Richmond. No, it wasn't marked at all. However, Richmond picked the ball up with a left foot kick, sent it up towards the forward line, but it's been marked by Melbourne once more. A kick out of the pack, going right back towards the centre wing position, a bit up from the centre wing position. Melbourne trying to get the ball away, can't do so. Now they do. Here's a run into the ball by Melbourne, kicking it right up towards full forward, and out comes Courtner and takes the mark. Here's a chance for Melbourne to put a score on the board. He walks in. There's the kick. What's he done with it? The goal umpire running right across, so it'll only be 1 point. So it's another behind to Melbourne. And they go to 14 goals, 9 now, trailing Richmond 19 goals, 18 behinds. Wait for the kick in. I don't know which way he's going to go. There's players running all over the ground. The full-back himself is propped twice before kicking the ball. Now he's coming down this grandstand side. There's the kick. High into the air it goes. Peter Moore and Mark Lee go a two-out battle. Moore nearly marked the ball. He picks it up, however, twists around, gets onto his left foot and drives it straight over the line and out of bounds on the full for a free kick to Richmond. Well, they can't do anything right, Melbourne. And the free kick goes to Philip Egan. Egan immediately kicks it right back towards the centre square position. Up they go. Lee got up high, couldn't mark the ball. It comes to Rioli. Rioli gets onto his left foot. Now tries a hand pass out into the open to Waitman. Waitman is there. Gets the ball onto his right foot. Drives it up to the full forward position. Oh, spilled mark. No, he didn't mark it, Richmond. He spilled the mark. Still Richmond go into attack, trying hard to battle the ball forward. There's two of them there. They pick the ball up. Here's a flying shot for goal. Now it goes across the face and has been marked there by Smith. Stephen Smith of Melbourne has taken the mark right in the 10-yard square. There's the kick by Smith, driving it. Oh, it might be a free kick in the back to Melbourne here, I think. Yes, it is. The umpire indicating that. And they'll get out of the danger zone once again. He goes for a hand pass, driving it up the wing. Here's a chance for Melbourne to have a run with the ball. One bounce, two bounces, and a kick right in towards centre half forward. Up they go in the air. It's all Melbourne there, but they spill an easy mark. A chance for Richmond to get out of trouble. They're falling on top of the ball. It's picked up and holding the ball. No, the umpire won't pay that one. Another hand pass comes back. Here's a chance for Melbourne. They hand pass the ball back into the forward pocket. Not good football. And Richmond will get out of trouble here as they pick the ball up and will come down the grandstand wing again. There's the kick by Richmond, right down the wing. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. It's on the ground. A chance for Melbourne to pick it up. He does so and kicks it across to a teammate at the half-forward line. Going forward with a long kick towards goal. It's a good-looking shot. This one, I think it's a goal for Melbourne. It is, and that was kicked by Greg Healy. A nice long shot for goal by Healy. It went right through the middle. But I'm afraid it's all too late now. 19 goals, 18. Richmond leading Melbourne. What's that? 15 goals, 9. Here's the ball back in the centre of the ground again with the field umpire. The bounce of the ball, up she goes in the air, up they go, up goes Lee, has it knocked away by Moore. It comes out to the ground, but it's all Richmond coming through again with a long kick up towards the half-forward line. Nobody marks the ball. There might have been a push in the back. The umpire didn't see it that way. A chance for Richmond to go into attack once more. Here's a run to the ball by Melbourne and Richmond too. And it's picked. Whoa! What's the decision going to be here? Holding the ball against Richmond. And there's a bit of a box on taking place here. The umpire soon races in. It's Melbourne's free kick. And it will go to Peter Giles. Or is it Robbie Flower going to take it? No, Peter Giles' free kick with a penalty. Giles kicks the ball back towards the centre of the ground. Up they go in the air, swings a bit wide toward the wing. There's a good mark taken by Melbourne, right up on the edge of the 10-yard of the centre square. John Fidge gets the ball, drives it right up towards the full forward position. Up they go in the air, an easy mark to the Richmond defenders coming out there to meet the ball. And they'll get out of bother once more. Down towards the centre wing position comes the ball. Up they go in the air, and there's a mark. Yes, a mark to Peter Giles. He immediately plays on, goes short, and finds his teammate down here in the forward pocket. This is Dale Dixon with the ball. Dixon goes short looking for a lead, but not go. Up he goes on the air corner, but couldn't bring the ball down. It's on the ground, picked up by the Richmond defenders. A hand pass comes out into the open and a chance for Richmond to clear the ball away again, and they do. And the mark has been taken for them on the half-back flank, almost up to the wing position. There's the kick. Richmond going back into attack now as the ball is kicked very high. Up they go. No one marks the ball. It's on the ground, pushed out into the open, picked up by Mark Lee. A long hand pass into the open towards Jess. Jess taps it across nicely towards his teammate Aaron Waitman. Waitman goes for goal, but puts it through for one behind only. Hello, the umpire coming over to speak to a Melbourne player. And what's the decision going to be? Is that point going to stand or is it a free kick? No, it's a free kick to Richmond. Back here to Jeff Ablett. Ablett from the forward pocket on the grandstand side comes in, kicks. Oh, he swung around. No, hit the post. Hit the post. So it'll be a behind to Richmond. 19-19 they are now. To Melbourne's 15-9. There's the kick in by the Melbourne defenders. Up they go in there. It's all Richmond again as a hand pass comes out into the open. A flying left foot shot for goal. And I think it's through. Yes, it's a goal to Richmond. Just trying to pick that player up who kicked it. It doesn't matter. It's another one to Richmond on the board. And that takes them to 20-19 now. Leading Melbourne 15 goals 9. 23 minutes gone in the last quarter. As the ball is bounced in the centre of the ground, up goes Lee, up goes Moore. They nullify each other. Moore gets a second tap at the ball, gets it out into the open. A chance for Melbourne to pick it up. A hand pass comes out here towards a player. He can't pick it. He's got it now. Gets onto his right foot, sends it up towards the forward line, but the Richmond defenders come out with the ball. However, coming in for Melbourne there was Fidge. Fidge immediately shot for goal and put it through for 1 point. No, a goal. A goal to Fidge. Well, that's at least 5 he's kicked. Another goal on the board to Melbourne. They're dying hard. 16 goals 9 to Richmond's 20 goals 19. "23 minutes and 50 seconds gone of the last quarter." Here's the bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. Players setting themselves. Moore going up there with Lee. Lee getting the knock away from the ruck. For Richmond, it's a chance for Jess to come through. He can't do so. Another chance this time for Melbourne. They kick the ball high into the air and it's been marked on the half-back flank. Melbourne getting out of the danger zone temporarily. Out comes Rioli, but he can't do anything with the ball. It's knocked away. A chance for Richmond to pick it up. A hand pass backwards, and Richmond get out of trouble once more. Getting it over towards Rioli. Rioli goes onto his left foot, puts it straight into the arms of a waiting Melbourne player. He kicks it right up towards the half-forward line. After it they go. The bounce is going to beat everybody. A chance for Richmond to get out of the danger zone. They do so with a nice turn and twist and a hand pass out into the open, and Richmond come down the centre of the ground again. Richmond going into attack. Jess getting in the front position. Can't mark the ball. It comes to Melbourne. A hand pass out into the open. But it might be Richmond getting in. Oh, Melbourne come out of it with the ball and is picked up and driven back towards centre half forward, and the mark has been taken there for Melbourne, and a hand pass immediately goes across with a chance for the Demons to go into attack. They drive it right up towards full forward. No one can mark the ball. It's gone over everybody's head. It's near the boundary line and it's gone over the line and will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. There's the throw in. Up goes Lee, up goes Moore, but Lee got the ball away nicely. A hand pass comes across and Richmond are out of trouble once more with a long kick right down the centre of the ground. 3 Melbourne players go up in the air. Nobody marks the ball. It's on the ground. A chance for Rioli. He can't pick it up. Here's Jess with the ball now, getting onto his right foot, driving it right up towards the full forward position. Out they come. The ball is punched away by the Melbourne defence. A chance for Richmond to pick it up and a hand pass. No, he's not going to hand pass it. He kicks for goal. Drives it right deep into the forward pocket. And the ball is punched away by the Melbourne defence over the line and out of bounds. There's the throw in. Up they go in the air. Jess actually got the knock away from the ruck. Picked up by Melbourne. Kicked out of the pack. Down towards the centre half-back position. But it's going back Richmond's way again. Here's a chance for them as they pick the ball up and a short pass goes across. It's a good one. And the pass has been accepted there and driven further afield for another pass. This time, it looks a bit like an ear to me. It is. It's John Annear. He's well within kicking distance. Just short of, just a bit up from centre half forward. He comes in, kicks. The goal umpire says 1 goal, I think. Yes, a goal to Richmond, kicked by an ear. And they're really rubbing the salt into the wound now. Richmond, 21-19. And what's Melbourne? 16-9, I think. Here's the ball back with the central umpire. There it goes, down she goes, up go the big fellows. Lee gets the knockdown once again, knocks it out into the open. A chance for Richmond to screen through, but they've lost control of the ball. A hand pass out into the open, sees them coming back into it again, but Melbourne defenders will clear the ball away and it comes out here to the grandstand wing. Racing after the ball there for Melbourne. It's picked up for them by Ellingworth. Ellingworth gets onto his right boot and drives it back to the centre, but Lee, he's interfered with a Melbourne opponent there unintentionally. He didn't mean that. He was going to scoop the ball away with his left hand and connect it with the Melbourne opponent's ear. So Melbourne must take the free kick, and immediately they play on. There's a long kick right up towards their centre half forward position. They should mark this one. No, they don't. It's punched away by the Richmond defence. Here's another chance for Melbourne as they pick the ball up. A hand pass into the open. Another hand pass coming across and weaving away. He gets the ball across to his teammate. Here's a chance for Melbourne to kick a goal. They run into the open goal and I think he's got it. Goal to Melbourne. But I'm afraid it's all too late. Time ticking away very quickly now with Richmond on 21 goals, 145 points, leading Melbourne 17 goals 111 points. (21-19 to 17-9), and we played nearly 30 minutes into the last quarter as the ball is bounced in the centre of the ground again by the field umpire. There's the bounce. Up they go in the air. Who's going to get it? Melbourne, grabbed by Moore. He hand passes immediately out into the open. Picked up there and driven right up towards the forward division. There's a nice long kick up into the air court, and they're going after. Oh, good mark. No, yes, the umpire's paid it. It's Melbourne's mark. It looks like... just seeing if this is Connolly or not. He comes in anyway, lines it up, kicks the ball, and it's a goal. Another goal to Melbourne, but all too late, of course, as time is ticking away. So Melbourne go on to 18 goals, 9. 18-9, 117, trailing Richmond 21-19, 145. We're past the 30-minute mark in the last quarter. There's the bounce of the ball. Up goes Lee, knocks it down, but it's straight across here. Richmond come into attack again with a nice long kick, getting it right up to... Oh, no, it'll be all Melbourne here as they take the mark right at the centre half-back position and drive the ball out of the danger zone once more. Up to the wing it goes on the outer side of the ground. No one can pick the ball up. They're falling over the top of it. The umpire's played a free kick against Melbourne here, going Richmond's way, and the ball is driven right into the centre half forward position where it's been marked for Melbourne. They immediately play on, getting it across to Moore. Moore gets onto his right foot, tries a short pass up towards the forward division. It comes off, but hello, the umpire's blown. No, he's blown the whistle. Yes, I thought so. It's a free kick here to Ellingworth. Ellingworth immediately goes short, driving it across to his teammate. And Melbourne, all too late, are in attack again. There's the kick. It's a nice long kick right up towards the full forward position. Up they go in the air. Nobody marks the ball. It's on the ground. A chance for Richmond to come out with it. Holding the ball, shout the crowd. But the umpire says play on as Richmond stream away with the ball. Bouncing the ball once, twice, and there's the siren. It's all over. And Richmond have won the game. 21 goals, 19 behinds, 145 points. To Melbourne's 18 goals, 5 behinds, 117 points. 21-19 to 18-9.